Good morning, students. Today I am taking topic integrals, which is seventh chapter. Integrals or integration. Integration is the inverse process of differentiation. We are given the derivative of a function and asked to find its primitive. Primitive means the original function. Such a process is called integration and anti-differentiation. It means you will be given derivative and you have to find the original function from this derivative. We know that d upon dx of sin x is cos x. Here the function cos x is derived function of sin x. Cos x is the derivative of sin x. We say that sin x is antiderivative or an integral of cos x. Then we say that sin x is the antiderivative or integral of cos x. Again we note that for any real number c treated as constant function, we know that its derivative is 0, derivative of constant 0, and hence we can write d upon dx of sin x plus c is again cos x. But d upon dx of sin x is cos x and d upon dx of c is 0. So it is again cos x. Thus antiderivative or integral of above cited functions are not unique. Not unique means all are not same. Why? Because it has a constant c. There exist infinitely many antiderivatives of each of these functions, and these antiderivatives is called indefinite integral of the function. Such integral is called indefinite because c is constant and c may have infinite values 1, 2, 3, half, 0, 9, minus 1, like this infinite number of values. So it means the antiderivative may be infinite, and such process of finding antiderivative is called integration. If there exists a function f, capital F, such that d upon dx of capital Fx is small fx, then for any arbitrary real number c, we can write d upon dx of fx plus c is again cos small fx. Function with same derivative differ by a constant. Same derivative gives same function, but plus c, and c is different, so it may have different functions, and all functions are differ by a constant. A new symbol, namely integration, this is the symbol for integration, fx dx, which will represent the entire class of antiderivatives, read as the indefinite integral of f with respect to x. Integration f dx, this is the symbol, integration symbol, and this means the antiderivative or integral of fx. Symbolically we can write integration fx dx is equal to capital Fx plus c. As you know, d upon dx of capital Fx plus c is equal to small fx. Then integration of small fx dx will be equal to capital Fx plus C. Suppose you are given dy upon dx is equal to Fx. Then how will you calculate y? Y will be equal to integration Fx dx. Now there are some formulas. Because it is the inverse process of differentiation. So if we know differentiation of a function, then we can find the integration of the differentiation. We know that d upon dx of x power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Suppose this is we know that differentiation of x power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. You know that 1 upon n plus 1 will constant, it will come out, and n plus 1 x power n plus 1 will give you n plus 1 x power n plus 1 minus 1. So cancelling you get n plus 1 cancelling you get x power n. So it's reverse process that is integration x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c, because it is indefinite integral, so we will always add c with each integration. This is called power rule. That means integration x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. It is not true for x is equal to minus 1, because x is equal to minus 1 will give you a not defined term. So that means it is only for x is equal to not minus 1. In particular, suppose we are having 1 dx, integration 1 dx, 1 can be written x power 0, integration x power 0 dx, it will be x power 0 plus 1 upon 0 plus 1 plus c. That means x plus c. That is integration of 1 dx is equal to x plus c. Now we know that d upon dx of log x is equal to 1 upon x. From right hand side, d upon dx of log x is equal to 1 upon x. Then integration 1 upon x will be equal to log x and plus c. We know that in differentiation a power x upon log a power x upon log a will be equal to 1 upon log a. Differentiation of a power x, that is 1 upon log a power x log a. Log a cancel out, you get a power x. It means integration a power x is equal to a power x upon log a. E power x dx, we know that differentiation of e power x is again e power x. So integration e power x dx is again e power x plus c. For integration we will always add c. Next, we know that sin x dx is minus cos x plus c. How? Since d upon dx of cos x is minus sin x, but d upon dx of minus cos x will be equal to sin x. So integration sin x will be equal to minus cos x plus c. D upon dx of sin x is equal to cos x. So integration of cos x dx is equal to sin x plus c. We know that integration tan theta, differentiation of tan x is equal to sec square x. So integration sec square x will be equal to tan x plus c. Differentiation minus cot x is equal to minus cosec square x. That means cosec square x. So integration cosec square x will be minus cot x plus c. differentiation of sec x is equal to sec x tan x. So integration sec x tan x dx is equal to sec x. And differentiation of minus cosec x is equal to minus cosec x cot x, that is cosec x cot x. So integration cosec x cot x dx is equal to minus cosec x plus c. These are some formulae and others are on your textbook. You can see other formulae from there. Now some properties. Integration fx plus gx dx, this is equal to integration fx dx plus integration gx dx. If we have sum of integration, then we can separate them, integrating separately. For any number, real number k, integration k fx dx, k will come out, k into integration fx dx. This is the procedure. Now there is exercise. Find an antiderivative or integral of following functions by method of inspection. Method of inspection is used where we know that whose differentiation is this term. We know that differentiation of some function is the result, but here we have to find from result to original function. So sin x 2x, we know that d upon dx of sin cos x cos 2x will give you sin 2x. So d upon dx of cos 2x is equal to minus sin 2x into 2. So d upon dx of minus cos 2x upon 2 is equal to sin 2x. Hence the integration of sin 2x dx is equal to minus cos 2x upon 2 plus c e power 2x. d upon dx of e power 2x is e power 2x into 2. So d upon dx of e power 2x upon 2 is equal to e power 2x. Now integration e power 2x dx is equal to e power 2x upon 2 plus c. There is another question. For e power 3x plus 1 dx, that is equal to 4 integration e power 3x dx plus 1 dx, and for e to the power 4 into e to the power 3x, e to the power 3x will be integration will be e power 3x upon 3 plus integration of 1 is x plus c. Thus we get the integration. In generally in integration, if a variable is multiplied with some constant, this constraint will come on division. In case of differentiation, the constant comes to in the form of multiplication, but in case of integration, it will come in the form of division. So just you have to remember this. Now one thing is very important for finding integration. Firstly, we simplify the function. If we are given a complicated function, we will simplify it, and after simplifying, we go through our formulas whose integration is known by their differentiation. Now we have some assignment questions. Read this chapter thoroughly and solve some questions. Okay, that's all. Thank you.